What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including why Roman Reigns doesn't trust his co-workers, why Wade Barrett won't work in AEW, Rusev confirms his post-WWE wrestling name, Impact thinks Tessa will sign with the WWE, Ric Flair claims he's never had a good WrestleMania match, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into the news. Now our first story looks at Roman Reigns not being able to trust his co-workers. Now Roman Reigns has been on hiatus from the WWE ever since pulling out from WrestleMania 36. As we all know, he was slated to face Goldberg for the WWE Universal Championship, but instead Braun Strowman took his place and actually won the title. Now Braun Strowman has been doing a good job fulfilling the big dog's role. However, when is Reigns gonna return? Well, if his recent quote is any indication, it's probably not just yet, as Roman Reigns is putting his family's health first. Now, even though he believes that WWE is a safe place to work, as he mentioned with Metro Plus, WWE has done everything they can to make it the safest work environment possible. It's not the workplace that I was necessarily concerned about. The decision was taken mainly because each performer travels so much, and we are all such a diverse group and from all over the place. I'm not convinced, and I can't trust the fact that everybody's taking it as seriously as locking themselves down at home like I am. He went on to say, "I trust my life with my co-workers every time I step foot in the ring. But I just can't put the same trust when it has my children, my wife, and my family involved." Now, whilst Reigns' comments are laughable about the WWE doing everything they can to make it the safest work environment possible, because if they did, they would have implemented testing from the start, we 100% agree why Reigns isn't returning. Now, even though he may take all of the precautions necessary to safeguard his family, by wearing a mask, washing his hands, etc., his co-workers may not do the same. However, with Florida receiving record numbers of COVID, when is this situation going to be to the point where Reigns can actually return, when it's pretty much 90% safe? In all honesty, we can't see that happening for months. What are your thoughts on Reigns' comments? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Becky Lynch is slated for a special television appearance this week. Now, Becky Lynch hasn't been on WWE television since announcing her pregnancy a few weeks ago. Now, while she won't be returning to WWE television, she will make a special appearance on television on July 1st as she's set to appear on CBS's Game On. Now, why is Becky taking this risk, even though she's pregnant? Well, it appears that the episode was filmed pre-pandemic, which means that Becky Lynch still had the title with her. Becky Lynch will join Team Gronk, and comedian actor Joel McHale joins Team Venus as they compete against each other in a game of human darts. Now, one thing fans will actually notice is that Becky Lynch has since changed her hair color, as she's not a redhead anymore. Now, it's unknown when Becky Lynch will return to the WWE, but when she does, it will be a huge occasion. Next up, why Wade Barrett won't work in AEW. A former WWE superstar Wade Barrett, aka Stu Bennett, has some bad news for fans who think he might head to AEW to wrestle. Barrett talked to Comic Book Movie to promote his new film I Am Vengeance and was asked about Cody Rhodes' comments that Barrett will be a world champion at some point in his career. Does this mean Barrett will work in AEW? Probably not based on his response. A part of my issue is that I'm close to 40 now, I'm 40 in 2 months, so the prospect of going back and working full-time professional wrestling schedule isn't particularly high on my agenda at the moment. That might change. It was very kind of Cody to say that. I'm still very good friends with Cody. We've been tight for 10 plus years and he's done an amazing job with AEW. Barrett said that the wrestling landscape has changed since the WWE was the only game in town and put over promotions such as ROH, Impact and Outfits in Japan and the UK. Next up, Impact thinks Tessa will sign with the WWE. Now, one of the burning questions everybody has on their mind right now is whether former Impact World Heavyweight Champion Tessa Blanchard is heading to WWE. Apparently, some in Impact think Titanland will be her next home. According to Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp, as far as those in Impact we spoke to go, some thought she'd get interest from AAA and WWE, but that AEW wouldn't try to bring her in despite having Tully Blanchard on the staff. Now, there's a lot of talk about Tessa coming to the WWE, and she reportedly can work any place, anytime, as a no-compete clause does not exist for her. Next up, Big Swole says Tessa should sign with AEW. Fans are curious whether Tessa might show up in AEW, particularly since her father Tully Blanchard works there. One AEW star thinks Tessa would be a good fit for AEW, despite allegations about Tessa's racist and bullying behavior. AEW Women's star Big Swole tweeted, "Professionally, in my opinion, her wisest choice is AEW. In our company, she can have growth, plus her father, he's a pastor, is there so she can get any and all the spiritual guidance she needs." Tessa Blanchard is an accomplished athlete, and at age 24, she's only going to get better. The question any promotion has to ask is whether she's worth the baggage others claim she has. Next up, Rusev confirms his post-WWE wrestling name. Now, Rusev was a part of the Black Wednesday firings. Truth be told, it was probably one of the worst decisions WWE has ever made. Rusev had all the makings of a true star in the WWE, but WWE just wasted him, putting him into ridiculous storylines. Ridiculous or not though, he still made them work. But now that Rusev is out of the WWE, obviously he can't use the Rusev name, that belongs to WWE. So what name is he going by? Well, Rusev's Twitter handle is Miro, and it's short for his real name, Miroslav Barnyashev. I hope I didn't butcher that one. Now, Rusev confirmed on his latest stream with his wife Lana, as they introduced the world to their new puppy, that he will never use the name Bulgarian Brute, and as his name going forward, wherever he goes, will simply just be Miro. Kinda makes sense, as nowadays the norm is to use your real name. But where could Rusev end up? Well, there have been teasings that he might be joining Impact Wrestling, as a Bulgarian flag flashed upon our screens during a Slammiversary promo. Whether he ends up there, we'll just have to see. And finally, Ric Flair claims he's never had a good WrestleMania match. Say it ain't so. Nature Boy Ric Flair believes he's never had a good match at WrestleMania. Slick Rick had a stunning revelation when he spoke on the Wrestling Inc. podcast. No, I don't think I had a good Mania match. Nothing that Ric Flair could deliver on. I think it could have been really good with Randy Savage, but he was so preoccupied. If you've read Ric Flair's autobiography To Be the Man or listened to the interviews, you'll recall Flair had confidence issues later in his career, and it appears it's troubled him throughout his WWE career. When asked what his favourite match at the Showcase of the Immortals was, Flair answered his retirement match at WrestleMania 24 against Shawn Michaels. It's definitely the one I'd pick. But there you have it guys, the wildest news stories and rumours you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.